live with another edition of Get the Tables podcast. This is episode number 12. I'm your host Tony, as always, with my two co-hosts Dave and Justin. How you doing tonight, guys?
Great.
Doing good.
Well, usually I'm on my other account, but it got suspended because I was periscoping some WWE Network. So yeah, I got suspended on that one, so I had to use this one. So I appreciate everybody coming in here and catching up with us tonight. Yeah, so we're going to talk about WWE SummerSlam and our thoughts and opinions, and we would love to get you guys opinions as well. I think I'm going to delay the giveaway entry for another day or two, so I'll have it for Tuesday as well for you guys to get in it, since I know a lot of people aren't following this channel. I will touch on what people thought of it. A lot of people thought SummerSlam was the worst pay-per-view ever, I guess. I don't know. I don't know about all that. But let's jump right into it. We're not going to really touch too much on the pre-show matches because there's not really too much to talk about other than that Sheamus wrestled Cesaro, and it's their first match of the Best in 7 series, and Sheamus took the win on that one. And we all predicted that match to be Sheamus, so that's pretty crazy. So we all got that one correct. Is there anything to talk about that match? Because I missed it personally, but Dave said he saw it. You want to give your quick thoughts about the match, Dave?
I thought it was really good, and Sheamus needed the win anyway because he already lost twice anyway to him. So yeah, it was a good match.
Was it pretty much predictable?
Yeah, it was predictable because but there was still a really physical and a really good match. I mean, it's probably going to be on YouTube. You can go watch it on YouTube if you want. I mean, it was a good match. Something to watch if you want to.
Yeah, so let's move on to the opening match, which was Enzo and Cass, the hometown heroes, taking on Jericho, or as they called it, what did they call it?
Jericho.
Jericho. I thought the match was good. I was actually kind of surprised Jericho got to win and beat Enzo and Cass. I thought the match was good. I liked the ending of the match where Owens did his little pop-up powerbomb, but he just pops him over him, and then Jericho hits him with the code breaker. I liked the finish. I didn't think Enzo and Cass were going to lose, but Jericho wins. I guess they're going to be an official tag team. What was your thoughts of the match, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good to kick off the show, and as we found out, the home curse lives on. You always lose in your hometown. The only thing that I would say about the match, when Enzo almost wiped out, going over the top rope, his foot almost caught it, and that would have been pretty bad for him to land the way he would have. So, but I mean, yeah, the match was pretty good. The ending was good. I did like that pop-up powerbomb to the code breaker, even though the timing was a little bit off. I mean, it still got the job done.
Right. Dave?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match. I kind of agree. I almost wish they'd do it differently, but I guess for their moves, it makes sense for the finish. I mean, because the pop-up code breaker. It seemed like Jericho was like maybe too close. So maybe I even said to you, Tony, that I thought it would be cool if they did it kind of like the Dudleys. Kind of hold them up in the air and then pull them down instead of the cutter. You get the knees.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I thought like I said, I thought the match was good, and the only thing that surprised me was the outcome of Jericho and Owens winning. But we'll move on to the match, which was kind of underwhelming to me, which was Miz and Cruz. Miz ends up with the win over Cruz. Kind of a quick match, and it looks like this feud is over. Miz wins easily, it looked like to me. Your thoughts, Dave?
Yeah, it was okay. I don't think anyone really thought Cruz was going to win. I mean, Cruz looked good in the match. Yeah, he looked good. He's good. But he can't really talk yet, and I thought he got this match kind of a little too soon. But, I mean, hey, good for him. You're establishing your young future guys, and a lot of tonight, besides the main event, it was a lot of new era type guys versus the old era.
Right. So you enjoyed the match?
It was okay. It was nothing spectacular, but I mean, it was an okay match. It could have been a pre-show.
You haven't missed much. We just kind of started just a few minutes ago. We just been touching on a couple of matches so far.
Pretty good on views right now, though, so thanks, Periscope.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody coming here. I'd give SummerSlam in 7 or 8. Oh wow, you're being generous. I thought that's nice. We appreciate all the hearts and everything. Like I said, we usually are on another Periscope channel, but I got suspended for being a dummy and Periscoping some WWE. So I got reported, but suspended for 4 hours. So we had to do the show on the official Twitter account of Get the Table. So appreciate everybody coming in here. All right, let's move on to. Brock is boring. Yeah, he's kind of becoming repetitive a little bit.
Yeah.
But let's touch on another match, which was kind of a letdown to me, which was the tag title match.
Yep.
The Club versus the New Day. And this is where they had to get Jon Stewart involved, of course, making him a kind of a official third member, so to speak. Gets him involved to where he introduces them and gets involved into the match. Big E makes a return and gets involved, and it ends up being a disqualification. I didn't care for that. I didn't really like the match at all. What was your thoughts, Dave?
This was so stupid. I mean, if it's one thing, if you're going to have a DQ for a title match, make it on Raw or SmackDown, whichever the show it is. Don't give a DQ during one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. A DQ, I mean, and Jon Stewart, why is he even there? I mean, it's pointless. And then you ruin it was a pretty, I'm not going to crap on the match too much because the match was pretty good throughout the match, and then you get all this crap happening through the match, and that's what really made it bad, I thought.
I just didn't care for the ending or how it all developed.
I didn't either.
During the match, it was a pretty good competitive match, but then when they did that stupid doctor stuff and the stupid Stewart's thing, it was like, why? And I actually thought Stewart was going to end up screwing New Day over.
So did I. That's the same thing I told Anthony. I told him the same thing.
Yeah, I like Jon Stewart, but he's not needed in a WWE ring.
Or at least for that he wasn't. That had nothing to do with him.
He doesn't need to be involved at all.
Why would you have these stupid celebrity hosts?
I don't know. I thought we were done with that stuff, but apparently we're not. Let's move on to another title match, which was Sasha Banks taking on Charlotte. And we had Charlotte picking up the win here. Well, there's big rumors and speculation going around now that since Banks got taken off the WWE live events for the next month, that she failed the wellness test, which I do not agree with. Yes, it's not true.
I was reading she was injured.
There's news that she's injured and that she's actually really hurt and that she cannot fight or wrestle through the injury and that she's legitimately going to be out for a month or so. So it's not because she failed any drug testing or not anything like that. It's more she is hurt. So
that really sucks because she was really on this top prime spot and she just got the title and now she's injured. That can really push the powers that be back from giving her a title shot again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty amazing too. If she's really hurt, that the spots that they pulled off tonight, what makes it even more impressive. I just thought some of them they shouldn't have did, like that. Her Karana that she did was awesome, but she would not have done it correctly. Yeah. She probably would have died. And but
that very shades of Eddie and Rey Mysterio right there. That move, that almost like a Guerrero special power bomb, where I've seen Rey do that to Eddie Guerrero before.
Right.
So that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Well, that one spot they did in the corner when she landed on her neck, I honestly thought they were going to end it there because she landed on her neck pretty hard. Yeah, that was a nasty fall. So, I mean,
it was a good match, though. Charlotte wins.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Your thoughts, Justin? We'll go with you, and then we'll go to Dave.
I mean, yeah, it was good, but I mean, they missed some of their spots. It didn't make it look that good to them. But I mean, yeah, like I said, that spot in the corner, just it wasn't as fluid as they've been in the past. So I don't know if they were nervous it being SummerSlam or what. It just to me it wasn't one of their best matches that they've had. But it was still good though.
Dave?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. This is probably, I know, hey, everyone disagrees at some point. I just think this is probably one of the best women's matches on a SummerSlam pay-per-view, which I can't remember too many of them in the last 5 or 6 years, period. But one of the better ones I've even seen on a WWE pay-per-view in the last 5 or 6 years. I don't think there was even a title match last year at SummerSlam.
Okay. Another opinion. SummerSlam was trash. Okay, why was it trash? I agree that it was. I agree that it was underwhelming, but I don't think it was trash.
Let me guess, because is that Texas kid saying because Rollins didn't win?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, Charlotte wins the match. I'm not sure where they're gonna go with her now that it's apparent that Sasha Banks is hurt. So because Brock messed up the match after Styles Cena and went downhill. I guess you could say that a little bit. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler could have won. Nah, I don't know. We can get onto that. Let's get on to Ambrose and Ziggler. How about I'm gonna know it also that Bray Wyatt has not got a title push. AJ needed to win. AJ did win. What was your thoughts on Ambrose acting like a heel?
Who?
Any of y'all? We'll go with Justin first.
I actually liked it. I mean, he does some of his better work as a heel. So I mean, I hope he will. I don't think he'll turn right now, but I mean, maybe in the next couple months he turns heel, because that's when he does some of his best mic work and some of his work in the ring. So I mean, that was pretty cool to see, in my opinion. The match was pretty good. You know, it looked like Ziggler was going to do it a couple times. There was a couple false finishes after he hit the zigzag and stuff like that. So I mean, I enjoyed the match. It was really good, but I am happy that Ambrose won though.
Okay, I have a reason why they're turning a heel, but I'm gonna get onto why when we touch on another match. That match was terrible. Really, the Ambrose and Ziggler match was terrible. The hype to the match was really good, but the match itself wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And the ending of the match kind of caught me off guard, where they're like wrestling on top of the rope. He counters it, hits him with the what is it called again? The
Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, the Dirty Deeds, and it's over. That kind of threw me off guard. Other than that, I liked the match, but it just seemed like they were kind of off tonight for some reason. SummerSlam just kind of seemed weird to me.
Yeah, the whole booking aspect of it was a little off.
The booking of it was kind of off. The way the matches were lined up were kind of off. Like, why would you have the U.S. title match before or after? I'm sorry, you have two title matches, the world title matches. That is, I understand it's going to be on before Lesnar and Orton, and seeing what they did, what route they went through with it, but I just didn't agree with you. And I agree with it on that. And then they had the women's match, the 6 women tag match too, which was kind of, because the booking of it was just weird. But anyways, Ambrose wins. I think the reason why they're turning him heel is why, and I'm gonna touch on it right now, is the AJ Styles and John Cena match. I think they're gonna start turning AJ Styles face, especially after him overcoming everything he went through with tonight, and how John Cena was like, I think John Cena looked how I can't beat this man. He's unbeatable, kind of thing.
Like his facial expressions.
Right, he did everything in the book to beat AJ Styles, and he couldn't beat him. And I think he gained a lot of people's respect. And I think somehow they're gonna change him, start turning him into a face, to face Dean Ambrose. Maybe I could be wrong. But what was your thoughts on the match, Dave?
Really quick, I want to touch on the match is pretty good.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I skip you? If I did, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Actually, the heel thing with Ambrose was really good. I thought the match was really disappointing because all the hype, like you said before, we got during this match, like, okay, this match could really be a show steal, it'd be really good, it'd be a really epic battle, and then it wasn't. It was maybe 13 minutes long, maybe longer, and it just didn't really feel that special and really feel that like it was really meant a lot to the show, and it was on really early, and I was like, holy crap. AJ Styles and Cena was on a lot earlier. But yeah, getting to that, and I agree with you about the whole Styles turning face because I was like, man, Cena's just like, when you guys are saying, Cena's expression, like, I can't beat him. I just can't.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting up again. It was like, and this match to me, people can disagree, I don't care. This match to me was the best match on the whole card, and these guys were just killing it. I mean, wow, this match is awesome. I love this match, and I was shocked the way that that Styles just won straight up with the Styles Clash like that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Or not Styles Clash, but the forearm technically.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this match was like really good. I mean, it's up there, and the whole Styles turning face. I think it works because Cena's gonna be leaving,
Mm-hmm.
and I just, can you imagine like AJ Styles as the WWE World Champion? I mean, that's just like, wow, that's just crazy to think that he could be the WWE World Champion.
That would be awesome as hell.
I mean, it would. It was just like, wow, it's just mind blowing that. I tweeted out about it earlier. Like, I can't believe AJ Styles is wrestling at SummerSlam. This is crazy.
Not leaving. No, Cena's not leaving, but he has a lot of projects coming up, like his TV show that he does.
He did kind of do the whole leave the boots in the ring, but with his wristband or elbow band.
He leave his wristband behind in the ring, but I don't really think that means really anything. I think that's a.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a storyline type thing where he's just like, he lost his smile or whatever, and he's like, AJ Styles is the next guy. He's taking over. So, he kept saying on the Smacking Talk or Talking Smack, what it was called. Yeah, he said, or he's waiting for somebody to come and take his spot, and that almost was like kind of passing of the torch for AJ is going to be the next guy to take his spot. This is what I want to touch on too really fast is.
Good.
I can't remember the last time a new guy, even though AJ and Cena are probably around the same age, but he's new to the WWE, has beat John Cena twice in a row in their matches. I mean, Rusev, it was all, win, loss. Owens, win, loss. I mean, he never beat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was always Cena, like, lose the first match and win the next two. And this is the first time that someone's actually beat Cena twice. So I wanted to say that. I'll let you go ahead, Justin.
Yeah. I mean, to me, this match was a definite Match of the Year candidate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because the way they both went in there, and I mean, they just went at each other. And basically, we can say that Styles basically beat Super Cena. And,
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's how good the match was. Those two have great chemistry in the ring. And, I mean, AJ Styles is something else. I think we will see him as champion.
Can you imagine if this would have ended the show tonight? If AJ Styles and Cena, man, that would have been awesome.
Yes, it would have.
Yeah, it would have been nice if it was like for a title, but since it's not, it's like if that's your Brock Lesnar, of course, you're not going to end the match unless it's a title match. But I love the match.
Balor would have been great to end the show.
Right. I love the match. I love the ending. I love how it took everything out of Cena to try to beat Styles. I mean, he did Super AA, did the submission holds that he does. He did everything. Mm-hmm. Styles finally gets him over, finally wins in an awesome match of the year candidate, that's for sure. Best match of the night, in my opinion, and I'm really glad Styles won. I'm sorry, and see where it goes through now, because Cena looks like he's going to be off the show for a little bit. So it's looking to see where they're going to go with Styles.
I would think he'd be number one contender after that.
Right.
Who would have ever thought though that you would have Styles, AJ? AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, all in the company right now, and how awesome it would be. I mean, whoever would have thought that was going to happen?
Yeah, the face of TNA.
Right, and how over they are right now.
Yes.
That's crazy. The face of TNA, probably 5 years ago.
Yep.
Appreciate the heart.
John Cena at SummerSlam. I mean, that is just crazy and mind-boggling. Never thought I'd ever see AJ Styles in the WWE, period.
Definitely.
Right. So let's move on to the WWE Universal title match, where we saw Finn Balor take on Seth Rollins. And honestly, I thought the match was good, and I hated how the crowd crapped on the match, all because they didn't like how the damn title looked. I mean, come on, give me a break. Grow up, people. Really? Really? I mean, seriously. The title, I know, I guess you don't have to like the title. That's fine.
Be red, they got to represent Raw, and plus, it works for the Demon, too. He most of the stuff is red.
Exactly. And I mean, the belt's not that bad looking. I mean, it could look a little bit better, but it's not horrible.
I mean, maybe they went a little too much on the red. They could have done it a little differently, but I mean, they might have went a little too much making the background of it red. They could have just had like little Raw symbols like on the side.
Yep.
But it wasn't that bad. I mean, I didn't like the crowd attraction either. I was like, this is Rollins versus freaking Balor. I mean, because wow, this crowd is. The entrance is freaking awesome, though. I wish they would have saved it for just SummerSlam.
Yeah, they should have, yes.
The entrance is great, though. I mean,
it's a dream match that everybody wants to see, Balor versus Rollins, and then you're gonna just chant all this crap during the match just because they didn't like the design of the belt. How they did the Eva Marie entrance was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I hate the Brooklyn crowd. I cannot stand them. All of them crowds like that, but especially Brooklyn because they've always been like that. I really hope SummerSlam is on in Brooklyn again next year.
It is.
It always seems like they always try to take over the show.
Yeah. I started with that Fandango crap a few years ago. Were you guys at that WrestleMania or no?
No, we skipped that one.
Yeah, because I remember that one they were doing all the Fandango stuff all over the place.
Yeah, it's just like they try to take over the crowd too much, and it gets annoying. And here we get, one of these matches that we thought we'd never see before.
Yep.
And they're just crapping on the match, and this is why we don't get nice things.
And I guarantee you it would have been completely different if this is NXT. I mean, it's almost the same exact crowd you would think, and it's like two different. It's like two different worlds.
Yeah.
I mean, the
only thing that could be too is, the crowd sat, 3 hours before that. Maybe they got a little bit burned out and were getting tired, but still, that's no use to chant shit like that.
Right. I mean, gosh darn. I mean, here we get one of the matches, like I said, we thought we'd never see before, and they were just crapping on it. That's what made me kind of upset. I was like, wow. I mean,
and then more Punk chants. I mean,
that was during. What was that during? Was that during the U.S. title segment or supposedly?
What?
The Punk chants? I can't remember.
No, they chanted it during the Universal title match also.
Yeah, I mean, CM Punk. I mean, what does that do? What does the chance for CM Punk do? Honestly, this man left the wrestling,
and he ain't coming back. He even said he don't care to do it anymore. He's out of his system.
Why it should be pushed. I agree with you.
Yes, he should.
He should have been pushed years ago. Should have been. I mean, he gets a push and they always kill it. I don't understand why.
He has been getting injured the last couple times too.
Right. Braun Strowman versus Brock, please God, no.
No.
Let's get to Brock versus Orton. Alright. I want to say my thoughts and then I'll let y'all guys talk. This match was crap. I'm sorry. I enjoyed the RKO on the table. I enjoyed all the shit outside the ring, the throwing through the table, all that stuff. I liked that. I enjoyed that. But all that other stuff was crap. I mean, he fucking busted this shit up out of his forehead with that elbow shot. I mean, I knew they were trying to get blood going. I knew they were trying to cut him open, but I think Lesnar went a little bit too rough.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, he was throwing him hard.
That gash Orton has, it was deep and bad. And no, Orton didn't do it himself because that was no blading right there. That's gonna cause some stitches there. I didn't like how it ended with him getting a TKO. If you're gonna have that, have Orton, have Lesnar. Yes, red makes green. Yes, more blood makes more people want to watch. But if you're gonna have that, have Goldberg show up, or have Slater show up and attack Lesnar from behind, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Have Slater come back with a chair and hit Lesnar from behind, save Orton, or right there you have Shane McMahon come down, and he puts him up in the F5, and then you hear Goldberg's music go off. That's what they should have done. Or you did some would have been. I thought for a minute, I swear to you, for a minute, I thought Daniel Bryan was going to come out there and hit Lesnar while he had Shane in the F5
with the flying knee.
He had him in the F5 and what's his face? Daniel Bryan's music would have went off. The crowd would have went insane.
Yes, it would have.
Yeah, we're not. It's not going to happen. They really should have had Goldberg come out. They really missed the opportunity with that. I think the crowd would have went crazy. They were chanting his name, for God's sakes. The crowd would have went insane if if Goldberg went out there. You could still have Lesnar holding up Shane, and he can come out there and spear his ass. But maybe for some reason Goldberg's not ready, or he's not cleared yet, or they don't know what they want to do with Goldberg. Goldberg's filming a new movie. Oh, that's news to me. I didn't know that. Why did they make Lesnar look so unstoppable? I don't know. That's
probably in his contract.
I have no idea.
Doing nothing. I mean, he was either in a pissed off mood or something tonight. Because every time Orton did anything, he just didn't even care. He just still came at him. I mean, it was almost like what Ambrose said on the podcast. It's like Brock he's lazy. He doesn't want to work and do anything. And Brock didn't do anything. I mean, he took 2 RKOs, and that's about it. And it seemed like it pissed him off or something. Maybe Orton spiked him on his head when he did that spike DQ.
It looked like he did.
And it looked like it could have just pissed off Brock, and so he just snapped. Almost looked like he just snapped on Orton right there. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, after he got up from that DDT,
he took his gloves off, and he looked like he was just pissed off when he started swinging.
His whole demeanor changed and everything. I was like, holy crap.
I mean, it looked like it was. I'm not saying it was just a straight shoot fight because he was pissed off, but it had. Maybe that's what they want you to feel like. Wow, Brock legitimately got pissed off and beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
That's what happened. I mean, it was really disappointing to have
too much, and WWE had to change. I think they did. I honestly think that Orton hit. I think WWE definitely stopped the fight, definitely stopped the match, and I think they weren't expecting Lesnar to
bust him open.
Orton so much.
But Brock got dropped on his head, and he didn't like it. He's like, "You want to drop me on the head? I'm going to bust you up." And he snapped, and Orton couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, you probably didn't expect so much blood. Of course not. They didn't expect that.
I mean, from his head like that, and Brock wouldn't stop. It was like he was like legitimately pissed off. It was almost kind of like what he did on Cena.
Because of history of that. Remember when he punched Cena in the face? Yeah. Someone did go under the ring. Really? I didn't
notice that either.
So will there be more repercussions for Brock? I don't know. He did that fight. Who do you think Brock should face next? So the confusing thing is if it was planned or not. I think maybe. I think honestly, either one or two things happen. They didn't expect the gash on Orton's face to be so bad that he couldn't get up to maybe or RKO Orton to save Shane, or maybe I don't even know. I don't know why I don't understand this ending. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it was pretty strange.
I would assume they would announce Brock suspended probably or something like that.
Definitely, this is definitely a way to get Brock off your damn TV for a while, because he's not expected to be back till probably SummerSlam anyways. So having him gash open Lesnar, if Orton was legitimately hurt, Brock wouldn't have kept. Oh, exactly. I don't understand back-to-back odd finishes. Exactly. Yeah.
Do we see Shane on Raw tomorrow now? Maybe to see what the hell's going on.
I'm guessing you're gonna have to. I mean, we didn't touch on the the Rusev and Reigns match. That was crap.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that match about to happen, and then Rusev attacks Reigns, and the match never even ends up happening. Why the fuck did you do that? And you could have did that on Raw, of all things. You give us an awesome match, not an awesome, excuse me. That's cool. You give us a good match on Raw, and then on SummerSlam, your top. I don't call it top four anymore. Your big three pay-per-view. You give us that crap right before Lesnar and Orton, and then you give us that crap with the Lesnar and Orton match. I mean, like, seriously. My question for you guys, and in Periscope as well. If Goldberg would have showed up, came out, speared Lesnar, maybe not, did his finisher, but at least speared him, would that have saved? Okay, I don't know how y'all feel about SummerSlam. Would that have made SummerSlam better for you guys?
I mean, I don't know if it would have made it better. I mean, I guess a little bit, yeah. Personally, I don't want to see that match again. So, I mean, to me, I hope he doesn't come back. But, I mean, if he comes back, I hope he faces someone else. I don't want to see Lesnar versus Goldberg again just because of WrestleMania 20.
My thing is, if they would have did, Dave, your thoughts too, your opinion.
I mean, I guess I was also hoping to see Undertaker pop up at the end of John Cena right there, and then his match, just him sitting there like that. That would have been, I think, even better. But to see Goldberg at the spot that it was in, it was like, okay, why would you end it unless you're gonna bring in Goldberg or something like that? Why would you end it like that? I mean, unless it was straight shoot, which, I mean, it's hard to say, hey, open up Orton, just make him bleed. I don't know why they would actually say that, but, hey, I mean, remember Cena, Extreme Rules of Brock, and Brock busted him open in the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, they've done it before like that. So, I mean, would have Goldberg saved SummerSlam? I don't know. I mean, would it have been an interesting ending? Goldberg spearing Brock to end the show? Yeah, it would have been interesting. It would definitely make
this wasn't the planned ending. I think it wasn't. Something had to have happened to where it ended like that, because
the only thing I can think of is that Spike DDT. After that, Brock
it kind of ended kind of bland. Like, something was supposed to happen, but it didn't. Bray Wyatt could have got the lights out and knocked Lesnar out, or something. Something different. I mean, Jesus. I mean,
started pretty good, and it seemed like Brock wasn't really tossing Orton around like he did everybody else.
Yeah.
He was actually giving him safe German suplexes. I mean, he wasn't just. I remember the Cena ones. He just threw Cena. He didn't even worry about down safe. He was doing slower suplexes on Orton. And then all of a sudden, after they came back in, either from the DDT, I would have to assume it was that DDT because he really got him, brought good to that Spike DDT,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seems like Brock got up, pissed off, tore the gloves off, and then he just went off, and that's basically when the match ended. You don't think they would want to end your SummerSlam favorite like that?
And then at the end, whenever Brock had Shane on his shoulders, it looked like Randy Orton tried to get up.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought he was going to pop up and hit him with the RKO.
But he fell back down, so I don't know if he just couldn't stand or if he's just too weak or what. But he looked like he tried to get back up and fell again.
Roid rage? You think he had roid rage? Paul Heyman even broke character. Brock went in half-assed. Just look at those suplexes. I don't know. I just think the
I
match.
I'll just say Brock wasn't really throwing the suplexes like he was normally. He wasn't really just throwing Orton around like he did Cena and everybody else.
Right. Yeah, it was Roy Rage 100%. How mad do you think Mr. McMahon got backstage during the main event? Do you think Shane was supposed to get F5'd? Maybe they just threw it out on the fly. Maybe maybe Bray Wyatt was supposed to get involved in the match.
Mm-hmm.
And the gash got too big to where Orton couldn't even compete.
Yeah.
And, they said, you know what, Shane, go out there. This is how we can use Brock to get suspended. Is have him F5 Shane McMahon, and there you go. Brock will be suspended probably till Royal Rumble, and then he'll probably win the fucking Royal Rumble, and go on to WrestleMania. I just don't understand. I mean, I enjoy Brock Lesnar, but gosh damn,
he's getting stale.
He's not wrestling. He has never. When's the last time he actually had an actual really good match? I can't even. I mean, maybe him and Punk. That was about it. I mean, I haven't seen him have a really good match again since he came back, but that's not what he's there for, I guess. He's not there to have good wrestling matches. He's there just to fight.
It was Goldberg, but they had to change it. I mean, it could have. The only way that would make this, it would make more sense. If Goldberg shows up tomorrow night. I mean, that's the only way that I can make sense of that. To me, the only way that maybe Brock Lesnar versus Conor. You're crazy. Wyatt versus New Day and no DQ would have been a great main event because Orton versus Lesnar was not. I just think what may have happened if they did kind of change the thing on the fly, change the match on the fly, was maybe Bray Wyatt was supposed to get involved to cost Randy Orton the match, and instead of Orton was not even able to. I think probably Orton had a concussion. I bet you anything Orton was not all there. No way he was there.
I wouldn't doubt that.
They planned it. I'm sure he was supposed to get busted open, but I don't think he was to get busted open to the point to where he wasn't able to continue the match.
Because after Brock stopped, Orton wasn't even moving. I mean, he was just laying there. He wasn't
pulled a razor out of his boot when the docs were around him. He cut him. He didn't have docs around him until the. What are you talking about?
He was already busted open when they came into the ring.
Hey man, what's up? What happened with Brock and Orton? Was it real? Was it real with what? The match. I mean, he really did get opened up. What grade do you give SummerSlam? Out of a 1 to 5, what would you give it, guys? I give it a 2.5.
Wow, you really didn't like it.
I'd say 3.5.
I give it a 3 at the highest, but because I think it didn't live up to its expectations.
The matches on the card, it should have been a whole lot better than it was.
I don't know if I think the Balor and Rollins match I didn't think was as good as I thought it was going to be, but I think mostly is because I think the crowd
messed it up,
and they messed it up for me. The Cena and Styles match was awesome.
Match of the night.
That was awesome match. The tag titles match I didn't care for. The women's match was good. The main event I didn't care for either because I don't understand it. And the women's match, I'm glad Nikki Bella made her return. I'm glad she's a workhorse, but oh well, cool, she's back. And then I didn't understand. I didn't really care for how they did with the Rusev and Reigns thing. I didn't care for the Cruz and Miz match as much as I thought I was going to like it. It's just a lot. I went into SummerSlam thinking, oh man. No, Sasha Banks is not going to be suspended. She's hurt. She's hurt. A lot of people are asking for an explanation from Vince. I wonder if he'll show up on Raw.
He won't.
No. Vince isn't going to do shit. Brock Lesnar is their golden child right now. He makes the money for the WWE, and he can do anything he wants. As you can see, he can fail a drug test in the UFC and compete on SummerSlam and win. Win.
I mean, look at tonight. Now you can say, oh, you got to see Brock Lesnar wrestle. Look what he did to Orton at SummerSlam. He busted him open, knocked him out. You have to. Now it makes you want to see Brock Lesnar fight again because look what he did to Orton. That's what it does.
The only thing I've heard was that maybe we'll see Randy Orton take Lesnar on again in the Hell in a Cell. That's the only thing I heard. I've read maybe, but I don't want to see that either. So
I don't either.
Out that Brock had roid rage. I don't think he had roid rage, and if he did, he will be fired immediately.
Yes.
I just think that he was honestly, if that was not the planned ending, which most likely probably was, I think the gash was too bad to where Orton wasn't even there. I think Orton was out of it.
Yeah, he was knocked out. You could tell he couldn't even.
I think he was out of it. I think Lesnar went too crazy on the elbows.
Mm-hmm.
Probably supposed to open him up, but not like that. And got to the point to where Orton probably didn't know where he was at, or probably was concussed. They said, "All right, we're calling this match." You know, maybe they said, "Okay, let's Shane go out there because we obviously can't have him F5 Mick Foley because that'd probably kill Mick Foley. We can't have him F5 Stephanie McMahon."
That would have been a crazy part if you would have done that. That would have really added to the storyline if it would have been Stephanie.
Yeah, so let's throw out Shane, who can take F5.
Came out.
What's that?
If Brock would have grabbed Stephanie, Triple H would have came out.
Right. You know, you can have.
And I don't want to see that again either. Triple H versus Brock.
No. Right. I'm just saying that's what would have to happen.
Oh,
there's
right.
no way
Stephanie. Yeah, you can't have Stephanie go out there. You can't have Daniel Bryan go out there either. Even you can't have Mick Foley. I appreciate that, Crazy Kid. We have a talk show right now. This is Get the Tables podcast. We are live every Tuesday night. We also do pay-per-view reviews and NXT specials. So if you follow us on Twitter or on Periscope, you'll see our show every Tuesday night.
You know, I actually thought, not trying to change the subject, but Becky Lynch was kind of trying to either pay a little tribute to Lita a little bit with her outfit.
Yeah, she could look Lita
as she could with the whole showing the thong thing, but she couldn't really go up.
Match was glorious. Yes, it was very glorious. So I put a Twitter poll out there on what was the match of the night. I put 4 matches up there, which was Sasha Banks versus Charlotte, AJ Styles takes on versus John Cena. I had Balor versus Rollins, and then obviously the Lesnar versus Orton match. And let me see. Gosh darn it. Out of 193 votes, John Cena versus AJ Styles wins with 57% of your votes.
Yeah,
20% say Rollins versus Balor. 12% say Lesnar versus Orton, and they have 11% Banks versus Charlotte, which I'm actually kind of surprised. Because I thought Sasha Banks and Charlotte was better than Lesnar and Orton.
Absolutely.
The review ran long. I think that's why it was all messed up. Also, Orton was cut badly, yes. Carmella is like a ratchet hood girl, and Enzo Amore had a baby.
Huh?
Oh. They're supposed to be kind of like related. That pay-per-view was too damn long. Well, WWE released a statement. They know fans were confused. Doesn't surprise me. Styles and Cena had the longest match. Did they have the longest match? Well, they had the best match. That's for sure. I thought Goldberg was going to come out. Me too. I honestly thought Goldberg was going to come out as well. And I think that would have made the fans at least go home happy because the fans went home pissed.
Yeah,
and WWE, I tell you what, WWE is going to fill it tomorrow because it's in the exact same spot tomorrow. It's in the Barclays Center. They're going to have the exact same fans that they had last night.
Yeah.
And they're going to shit on Raw tomorrow. Just watch.
And I think it's even on SmackDown. It's in the same spot also.
Oh, man. Jeez. They're going to shit on Raw.
On SmackDown too?
I thought that's what it said. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it said, yes.
Oh, I thought it was just 3 nights, but
So, I feel bad. I mean, they need to do something. They need to have Goldberg show up. They're going to have some kind of crap happen because there's no way the fans are going to be happy about last night, and they're going to take it out all on Raw tomorrow night. Trust me on that. So,
and as of right now, they're screwed whenever football season starts because when Monday Night Football comes around, they're really going to be hurting.
And I think Brooklyn 2 years in a row, I mean, it's just the same thing they did to L.A. They were in L.A. for like 3 or 4 years in a row. Like, switch it up. Go to different cities each month or each year, not the whole same crap.
I appreciate that, Michigan man. Really do. Just hit that follow. Okay, first off, before we end the show, because I don't want to go too long tonight, if anything maybe special happens tomorrow night on Raw, maybe we'll do a special, like a 10-minute show to talk on Raw if something happens. But we'll see. If not, we are always live on Tuesday night. Oh, is this official? Told Balor not to raise the belt after he won because he would be booed. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, that's
I thought
the thing.
maybe Balor
After
winning
he
would get
won,
the
they didn't
title
show him
over.
with the belt too much. That was the weird part.
Right. Oh, it is. That's what they told him. They told him not to raise. That's funny. I don't doubt that's what the WWE would do. I just don't understand WWE sometimes. Are you going to Hell in the Cell? No, I wish I could. Rumors are Orton and Brock got into it backstage. Maybe. No Goldberg. Freaking blood. I mean, I
That's
just
what
thought.
blood. Fans want blood.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, fans want blood, and they got it.
Yeah, fans
They got
blood.
a lot of
That's
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to have something crazy happen tomorrow to where, if it's not Goldberg showing up, if it's got to be some type of. I'm already gonna assume that we're gonna see a U.S. title match tomorrow night on Raw. I can guarantee you on
You
that.
almost have to, as of what happened today.
Well, if he has broken ribs or whatever they're saying, I don't think he'd wrestle tomorrow. It'll probably be Clash of the Champions.
Orton got out of the way of the F5 on Shane, so that makes me think it's planned. Guys, Brock is done. He has been doing this too long. He needs real punishment. Is Rusev hurt too, and Sasha? I know Sasha is hurt. I'm not sure Rusev is.
The whole TV, where you get hurt ribs or whatever. I wouldn't think he'd be able to wrestle just a day later if he had hurt ribs.
Yeah. Now, who do y'all think Balor has his first defense against? Who do you think it'll be?
Debut tomorrow? I don't know.
I would say Rollins.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They'll probably have a rematch.
Well, do you think that maybe Lesnar went a little bit crazy? Maybe? Because I'm looking on Twitter and seeing the gash. I mean, there's no way he was supposed to. I don't think he was supposed to do that.
Well, that's
he
the
was
thing
supposed
with the elbows like that. You can't really tell how big the gashes are going to be. Just like in UFC, I mean, there could be a small gash. It just depends on how much pressure he put, how fast he threw it. I mean, there's all sorts of variables that go into it. But
I mean, it was crazy. It really was. It was like
that's about a 5-inch gash on his.
He was throwing them fast and hard. That's for sure.
Like I just basically saw the elbow that gashed him open, and it was full on elbow to his skull.
And as soon as he contacted, there was blood. I mean, it's not like he took his elbow off and then he started bleeding. As soon as he hit with the elbow, there was blood. So
show the gash, please.
I can show you.
I can show you right here. Hold on one second. I'm gonna take my phone. I'm not sure if you can even see it. Hold on.
See that?
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
See that right there?
Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, talk, Dave.
Oh, I was gonna say,
But I won't let me.
Oh, I was just trying to show you the picture if you can see it on my thing. I don't know if you can.
I'm trying to flip the phone, but it won't let me. Darn it.
But yeah, I mean, that looks pretty bad.
This is pissing me off. It's not letting me flip the phone. I'm sorry, guys. It will not let me flip the phone for the.
Well, I can see it on Dave's right now. It's clear enough. Yeah, I mean, right there.
Click on our Twitter cast if you can. Just turn the phone. I guess I could do that. Hold on. Show it, Justin.
Dave has it right there.
Say something.
Yeah, you can clearly see it. I mean, I can clearly see it anyway.
Talk, Dave.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, can you guys see that like that?
See, there's the cut right there. So it was pretty pretty bad, man. It's pretty. I don't know if
That's
y'all are
pretty.
able to see that.
Can,
That is a pretty big gash right there in his head. Um,
that is really deep. Yeah, the
that's
elbow.
not a razor cut. Yeah, no way
Yeah,
that's a razor cut. No.
I mean, yeah, especially on the side of the head. The razor cut would be on the like right on the forehead where they used to cut themselves. If it was a blade, that's what they do. They don't do it on the side of the head like that.
And the way it is, it's not a straight line either. It's like all crooked and shit. So what happened was Lesnar hit him like this and clocked him with the elbow.
Yeah.
Probably hit him right at the edge of the elbow.
And drug it.
Probably what Brock was supposed to do was he would have hit him right here and hit him in the head like that a couple of times, like that. Instead of that, he hit him with the elbow. Boom, match had to stop because the blood was too bad.
And if that would have been a blade job, that would have hurt like hell because you're doing jagged stuff. I mean, that was no way that was a blade job right there.
Yeah, I know. It was something happened. I just don't think SummerSlam was supposed to end like that.
I don't either.
Why did Brock keep going at him after he knew Orton was done?
Well, that's his whole stick, though. I mean, he beats people while they're down.
I think they had to do something. I think Goldberg, I don't know if Goldberg was supposed to come out because I think he would have came out. I think probably what was supposed to happen was, if you want my honest opinion, I think, like I said earlier in the show, I think Bray Wyatt was supposed to come out and cost Randy Orton the match. They had that little bump in at the on SmackDown. I think was it last Tuesday. I think maybe Wyatt was supposed to get involved, cost Orton the match, but they had to call it off. Yeah, I think Brock thought Goldberg has kind of come down. I thought Goldberg was too.
Well, see, I'm on Twitter right now, and he tweeted like 20 minutes ago. It says from Bill Goldberg's Twitter, "Sorry, guys and girls. Thank you for all the love. Truly an honor." So maybe he was supposed to come out and he didn't get to, or I don't know.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Take that as what you want, I guess.
Right. But hey, everybody who came in tonight, we had over 102 viewers tonight. That is awesome. Thank you for everybody coming. We didn't think we were going to get so many viewers on this podcast. But I just want to let everybody know we were doing a giveaway. So here's your way of entry to the giveaway right now. Thank you for if you want to be into the giveaway. If Goldberg would have came out, he would have let Randy look weak, but he would have been saving Randy in two because Randy Orton was out of it. He was done.
Yeah, he probably didn't even know where he was.
Yeah, so I think Goldberg coming out would have kind of made some sense, especially if you have him going about to F5 Shane. Kane versus Undertaker or Kane versus Luke Harper in an Inferno match would have been great if it could happen. Yeah, sure. But here, if you want to join, if you would like to be in our giveaway, here's your shot right now, folks. Follow us on Periscope. If you follow us right now on Periscope or us on Twitter, you have your chance to be in an entry for a drawing for a WWE DVD. So if you would like a WWE DVD, follow us on Periscope. It'd be our appreciation for you guys coming in here and joining us for over an hour here, talking WWE with us and following us and giving us hearts and everything. You will be joined in an entry for Tuesday night. I think we'll do the giveaway, and I'll show everybody what the DVD is. But what was everybody's match of the night on Periscope? We'll go with Justin first. Your match of the night, which is I know it's obvious, but what was your match?
Oh man, obviously Cena versus Styles. That to me was 5 stars. Like I said earlier, a match of the year candidate. I mean, them two have tremendous chemistry together, and he only elevated AJ Styles that much more tonight.
Right, Dave?
Yeah, agreed. I mean, that match is too bad that match wasn't on later, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I think anything close to that was probably, I would say, Balor and Rollins I thought was really good, and then the women's match, I'd give them credit, but yeah, their match was pretty good too, but those were probably the 3 best matches on the show. The other matches were a big letdown, but yeah, those were probably the 3 best matches of the show.
Cena should have won, in your opinion? Well, I think the reason why Cena lost is because he's
taking time off.
little bit, yeah.
Predictable. Thank God. Finally, we're getting non-predictable crap. Everyone would have
looked all washed up when. Okay, I get you. I feel you on that.
And everyone would have said, "Oh, Styles barely beat him with help at Money in the Bank, and then Cena's going to beat him at SummerSlam. Then they'll have another match, and Cena will win again." You know, they did something unpredictable where you had Styles beat Cena 2 straight times, and it works.
Styles versus Ambrose, please. Yeah,
yes.
That would be awesome.
Last main event right there, that'd be awesome.
Those elbows to Orton's head looked like UFC elbows. Yes.
They basically were.
Definitely. I don't think he was supposed to hit him with an elbow, honestly. I don't think.
Cena, I believe, too, before the elbow.
Right. I never seen it that bad. Orton actually got knocked out too. Yeah, he looked out of it. He was definitely in La La Land.
Was Brock just out there to prove a point that he's still the toughest guy on the planet right there? Just I'm gonna bust him up so bad. Like he did with Cena, it seemed like he was about to prove that who he is. That you're nowhere near my level. I can hurt you if I want to. And he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what's so crazy. But yeah, the show
caught him on the temple when Orton didn't cover up. But see, if you look online, it looks like Orton. It looked like Lesnar was supposed to hit him right here, and it looked like Lesnar went like that instead of.
Yeah.
Well, it says WWE.com has learned. Oh, here we go. A little update. Oh my! Look at this. Check this out. It says WWE has learned. Can I scroll down, please? WWE has learned he has received 10 staples to close a laceration on his forehead following the brutal assault by Brock Lesnar. 10 staples. Holy, not stitches.
Yeah.
Well, staples are easy to do nowadays.
All I know is he still has to get that needle in the top of his head to numb that stuff.
Yeah, not all the time. But yeah, probably did to him. But yeah, I've had staples before. Yeah, they don't feel too good.
No.
I got staples on the top of my head as a baby from glass breaking on my head. Yeah, staples are no joke, man. That is no freaking joke. One sec, I'll be right back. Y'all go ahead and continue. Quick wait.
So, Justin, would you give it a 10-star rating for tonight?
No, I'd say 6.5.
I mean, if I had to go star rating, I mean, man, 3 matches for about 6. I mean, I'll even say 4 just because I thought Cesaro and Sheamus was a good match. But 5 hours of wrestling, or no, 6 hours of wrestling. I mean, from 5 o'clock until a little after 11.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
matches. Do you know who are the American Wolves? Yes, we know who the American Wolves are. But yeah, that's about it. So I think that's gonna wrap up our show tonight. So we appreciate everybody coming in. We will be live Tuesday night at 10:30 Eastern, right after SmackDown, like usual. Talk about Raw, talk about SmackDown, talk about any updates going on throughout the WWE or wrestling world. So we appreciate everybody coming in here, following us, being involved tonight in the show. We had a total of 103 viewers. So that's
very nice.
That's awesome. We're going right at an hour, so I don't want to go too much longer. So we appreciate everybody coming in here and getting involved tonight. Yes, Nikki is back. So we appreciate everybody coming in here. Please follow. We'll be back Tuesday night for Get the Tables podcast, episode number 13. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll be live then. Thank you, everybody.